Here's a wee song about how I met Bob Dylan one day, and neither of us were quite the same. Well, he flew in from Miami with a bag full of bones. I was singing in the airport bar, just pay off some loans. Two sleepless eyes in an unmade face saw me at the bar and said this must be the place. Said he was looking for a room for the night. He said his name was Bob Dylan. I said, all right. Spent the night at my place on a couple of chairs. In the morning he was up and off and down the stairs. Found him in the marketplace, busking for cash, playing my guitar in a rough and ready kind of fashion. Voice like a hangover, looking for a cure. I said, you sound like Bob Dylan. He said, why, sure. Miles away, high security hospital. They were looking for a guy who jumped the wall. They were looking in the streets, they were looking in the zoo. No way of knowing what this kind of a man might do. The only thing they got in him while he was away was he was into Bob Dylan in a big, big way. My friend with his busking made a couple of pounds. With a couple of mine that got a couple of rounds. We sat there reminiscing down the line to the 60s, how we hadn't recognized him at the time. This guy bursts in, grabs my friend by the sleeve, says he's Bob Dylan. I thought, man, time to leave. They got stuck into each other, I never saw the stranger's face. Barbands yelled at me, get these guys out of the place. Spitting out language, they were spitting out blood. It was like watching Cain and Abel before the flood. Got out to the street, but the stranger was gone. My friend Bob Dylan just picked up his bag of bones. And this is what he told me. He said that guy that used to be a country western star, who put down his roots and never wandered far. With his Jewish mama, 5 kids on the farm, and been too damn long since he'd done any harm. His wife cut his throat, he had to get born again, and I got his job, he's been after me since then. I said, what about the bones? He said, I carry them with me. They remind me of a guy I knew in '63. Could have been a big shot, I told him back then, but he turned into a junkie. Well, I ain't no judge of man. That was his tale as the evening wore on. When I woke up in the night, Bob Dylan had gone. My guitar and my cowboy boots, my country singing tie, my country singing suits, left me his bones and some kind of a book. It might have been a Bible, I never got the time to look. Cause they kicked down the door, they walked in real slow. They said, we're looking for Bob Dylan. I said, what do you know? Well, these days I don't work much, guess I'm past my prime. I'm growing me a beard, passes the time. I'm living in the country, but I'll get across the wall when I get a better grip on my short-term recall. Some days I feel bitter, some days I feel worse. I just write another song, then play it to the nurse.